Hello there, and welcome to this week's broadcast. I am Anne LaFollette, and I'm a surface designer, an online educator, and I have a fabulous online creative business. But today's broadcast is all about a student spotlight that I did with artist and surface designer Kathleen Lambert. So let's jump right in. Welcome, everyone, to this student spotlight with Kathleen Lambert. Hello, Kathleen.
Hi.
So let's get started with just where are you in the world? Because you used to be near me and now you're not.
No, I am back to my roots in Ohio, in Northeast Ohio. People who are in Northeast Ohio would understand. So I'm in Summit County.
You were in California when we found each other, and you started down this creativity path, and yet you have total location freedom. So you and your husband could move back to Ohio. You can do it from wherever you want to in the world, because all you need is a computer, an internet connection, and some art supplies. So tell me how we first found each other, because it was 2 years ago now.
And just to sort of piggyback on that, as I was reflecting on what I might say, I was thinking that if anybody is considering the Doodles to dollars, I'm going to just plug it, because it has changed my life. I mean, I've said that over and over again. It has changed my life. And it has, even as we're like putting in the headphones and doing Skype and all this technology that I've learned from you, Anne, we're all set for the pandemic. We could do pandemic, for the rest of the life. I mean,
right.
I've learned so much technology, and I've learned to believe in myself that I know how to do these things. That it all started back there with you. So it was, I believe it was in December of 2018 that you were celebrating your 60th birthday, I think.
Yep.
Or
yes.
A birthday.
Yep, it was 60. Yep.
And I found you on Facebook, and it was just sort of hey, would you like to learn how to turn your artwork into, things like wrapping paper? And that's always been my dream. And so I found your free class, and I signed up for that in January. And then, I don't know, mid-January, I'm making patterns and I'm jumping around the house and I'm showing people in my family, look what I just did. You cannot pay, there's no amount of money that is a value that I got from that free course of just what I could do. That what you taught me, what you were able to teach me in a week and a half or so, it was the most empowering feeling. And I'm all about empowerment. I mean, as a pastor, I've always, tried to help empower others, but that's a real part of me. And so I found a piece of me in your class, or through learning art and technology, that I didn't know I needed to find.
You have a very empowering philosophy, and that comes through your art. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, okay, so this is what I was thinking about a lot this morning, is that, again, people should take your free class just to see about themselves that they may not know. Because art, while you teach Adobe Illustrator, you teach the skills to make a repeating pattern, you teach us business basics, how to sell our art. The fact that I found that art, I do a lot of art that has a message, an empowering message. To me, it's very symbolic, and we've talked about before how I like to put words and art together. But even if I am just doodling a flower, that has no symbolic reason behind it or anything, I feel like that is the most empowering thing that I have found the courage in art, just the courage to take the pen that very first day and put it on paper. And the first time I did anything, it was just with a regular Bic pen on a piece of computer paper. I mean, not even investing in, the whatever few dollars to get a nice pen or a sketch pad. You don't have to have that. But that was courage. And that's what, then I think art is an expression of that courage materialized, and then to take it the next level and believe in myself again and again and again, every step of the way, that I could show this publicly to other people. Just even putting it up on Facebook or Instagram takes courage. And then when it gets onto a product and I learn that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've done these things. It is, that to me is the empowerment, confidence building. It's incredible. And now, like, we've said, I have a business. I have all these different avenues to make money. I do what I love every day. My dad asked me, because my parents live here, how's your business coming? And I said, well, Dad, I like what I do every day. I don't know. It's great. It couldn't be better.
Yeah. Right. You love what you do every day. It's like, what a gift is that, right? It's such an incredible gift.
So you know what so we could talk about, I know the world measures things in money and in productivity and products and things, but I have gained so much more empowerment. And also, I also want to point out the other huge benefit of your Doodles to Dollars and your Anne's Art Club and then, of course, the Pattern Design Academy and everything else is the community. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly. I haven't looked down at my phone who all is on today, but
I'll tell you in a second.
Well, when you work in a job in a workplace, you get paid. You get that paycheck every week. At least it validates you. And hopefully you've got a boss or coworkers that also validate you or something like that. But as an artist, sometimes you don't get that. And I think that as a woman, or certainly as a mother, it's supposed to be so rewarding to have children. Yeah. You still need to hear it. You know what I mean? You still need to hear the validation and the support and the cheerleaders to, keep you going forward. And so the community with the big C, capital C, is what I've gotten from Doodles to Dollars is where it all started. And then Pattern Design Academy, and then the Zoom calls that you were doing during the beginning of the pandemic. I mean, these are also just, they're empowering tools, but they are enriching my life. And that's just the beginning, and I could talk about that all night long.
And these are now your friends. So Marianne is here, Maria is here, Tamory's here, Jill's here, Janelle is here, Wendy, who's new, is here, Tracy's here, and Connie Mason is here, and she just made her first repeating pattern, and she sent me a text message with it attached to her text message. It was like, these are now relationships that we have forever, right? This is our community. This is our creative community. We love each other. We support each other. We are here for each other.
And I cannot thank you enough, Anne, for creating that world, creating that Anne universe.
Well, I am very blessed to have been able to start it, but each and every one of you who are in it are what make it the Anne universe. And so I'm very grateful for all of you and the attitude that you bring and the encouragement that you bring and the positive energy that you bring and the level of support to help us in with that, with that voice in the back of our head that says we're not good enough and what do we think we're doing anyway and it's too late for us, or all of those crazy voices. I'm going to share my screen. Kathleen Lambert Art, which is her Instagram handle. You also have a Facebook page called Kathleen Lambert Art, right? And a website called Kathleen Lambert Art.
Emery wanted to go out and get some stuff and make dinner. And I said, but wait a second, I feel like painting right now. And so I said, let me just do this. And then I'll take you out. And Emery said, okay, can I have that painting in my bathroom downstairs? And I said, sure. And Emery said, and I'll make dinner.
Wow.
Okay, so that's it. It was just, I just wanted to see those colors on a canvas.
And you were inspired. You had this inspiration. You had this burst of inspiration. And we actually talked about this last week with Cher. You specifically wanted to find some place that had a barn. Talk to us about the barn.
My vision is to have a barn that is both a studio and an artist collective, that I would like to have to be able to teach in-person classes, or other people to teach in-person classes, their art, and then also for them to be able to display their art for like a tiny hang fee or something that would just help to keep the barn up and going, and electricity and that sort of thing. And so it just is a kind of a co-op gallery that's my dream.
One of the things that I always get so tickled by is you were definitely one of the people who was on the fence about making the investment in the Pattern Design Academy, my paid program, because of the tech. And now you are going to teach people tech. Which is just amazing, because it's all about empowerment, right? It's all about, we can do hard things. If we put our mind to it, we can do hard things, and it's never too late to create. And so first of all, you've found your passion in some of these tools, and it's your way to bring your artwork out into the world. But you also have this passion to let me show you this. It's so cool.
Yes, absolutely. If anybody is worried about the tech end of things, and you have taken so much time, baby steps, and made it so easy, and just that idea of telling us we can do hard things, that you say we know your story, that you didn't do this before, and that already is encouraging. But then also, that's it. It's just, I have to say, I can do this, and I just need to take baby steps, and one thing at a time, and then I do it. And I do all kinds of things now. I mean, like, I have Ecamm Live, and I have a Zoom subscription. I have a website. I have, a Society 6 store. I mean, all these things took so much, just that, get over that negative self-talk and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And join the tribe, because we're here to support you. And so you don't have to do it alone. It's no fun to do it alone. But
again, the Celtic in my spirituality is tied to the earth. So there's always going to be animals or botanicals or stars and sky and nature or something like that. That's kind of, I guess, what inspires me, or what you might find in my patterns. It's a wrapping paper I made for my mom, and this doesn't have it, but I personalized a little text in here that said, made or a special gift from Nancy, because that's my mom's name. I kind of see it as a Scandinavian pattern. There's reindeer, and they have the swirly. I mean, it's the same motif as the wrapping paper, but then I brought it in with all these other hearts and swirls and I don't know, whatever. And then I did these trees, just a line of trees underneath. And I did this in a bunch of colors, and because I love the recolor artwork too. I did a little poll on I think it was both Facebook and Instagram, asking people, what's your favorite? And this one just kept coming up. So I did a whole series in that, and from Society 6. And then I went to an art show, a pop-up art show, and I sold my copy mugs. My husband he bought one too, to take to a gift exchange at his work. I had my wrapping paper there, and I offered to do free wrapping, and people would come for the free wrapping and then see all my stuff. They'd also sign up, and that's how I built my mailing list, and also my products. So that it's not. I love how you have taught us that it's not just one thing. There's all these different ways to make money, and that's awesome for somebody scatterbrained, kind of like me. or who gets bored easily with one thing.
Yeah, multi-passionate creative. Yeah, you're a multi-passionate creative, and so you don't want to do the same thing all the time.
That sounds better.
Your website can be found under Kathleen Lambert Art. So I have that on screen right now, and it says Art and Words. I love the fact that you have that as your subtitle because words are so important to you. People can learn more about you. They can grab links to all of your fabulous shops. Welcome to Anne's Art Club. If you haven't signed up for Doodles, please do. It's so much fun. It starts on October 5th, and you have to sign up for it because you get the video training and these amazing downloadable cheat sheets, and those get sent to you in email. So you got to make sure you take my emails out of spam or promotions if they fell in there somehow, and that you open them and that you mark your calendar. There's also a beautiful calendar here inside Anne's Art Club that you can download that shows you exactly what's happening every single day. Kathleen, thank you again so much for joining us, and I can't wait to do this again with you in another 6 months.
I know. I can't believe it. And I'm so glad that you're offering the Doodles again in October in the Pattern Design Academy because, 2020 is not over yet. We can really make it awesome. Go out with a bang this year because there's so much that is yet to be done. And so I'm excited about that.
I always like to say in closing that it is never too late to create. We are not too old. We have so much wisdom to offer and so much creativity that we may never have leaned into. Make 2020 count. Join Doodles and you will be so incredibly excited about what comes forth from inside you. And I can't wait. Each and every one of you is unique, and what emerges will be unique. And that brings joy to my heart every single day. If you enjoyed this broadcast, please go to my website, AnneLaFolletteArt.com. What you see on screen is the cover image that you see as soon as you land on the website. Scroll down just a little bit as you see me doing now, and you'll see a place where you can enroll in my free mini-series From Doodles to Dollars that starts on October 5th. And then if you continue to scroll down the page, you will see a featured blog post that tells you more about the mini course. And all the way at the bottom, you can follow me on Instagram at Anne LaFollette Art. And there's a link there for you to click on. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Anne LaFollette, and you can click on the subscribe button and then hit that little bell so that you're notified the next time I have a broadcast for you. I always like to say in closing that I am Anne LaFollette, and it's never too late to create. Bye for now, and I'll see you next week.